What a sunny, fantastic, beautiful morning. I'm wishing you all happiness, clarity, freedom on this day. I hope you're doing great. I hope you are enjoying the life experience of a human being. And today, we're switching it up a little bit. I decided to throw away my tripod completely. No, I'm joking. I didn't throw it away, but for this video, we're throwing it away. We are going no tripod, how I actually used to film a lot of my videos. And to be honest, I feel like it's a little bit better. In a way, there's pros and cons to both ways of filming, but I love doing this. I love switching things up. Even though I have Saturn and Gemini, I do love switching things up. So thank you all for tuning into this message today. Today we are talking about the spiritual journey. And what exactly about the spiritual journey are we talking about, you might ask? We are talking about how, the farther you go along your spiritual journey, how this thing happens, okay? This thing happens to you the farther you go along your spiritual ascension, along your spiritual journey. So we're going to talk about that today. And this is something that I haven't really heard too many other spiritual, metaphysical YouTubers talk about. A few I have, definitely a few. But this is something that I highly resonate with, and I'm sure that you probably do as well, okay? And also, before we get into the video, I wanted to say I was chopping up some sweet potatoes this morning, and I actually cut myself pretty badly. So we got some gauze, and it's actually crazy because Saturn, as you probably know, is about to enter Pisces, which happens to be my first house, representing the body and the self. So Malefic in the first house. I'm ready for this one. I don't know. I'm ready for it. But it's going to be interesting. So the farther we go along our spiritual journey, the farther we go along this path of life. Life is the spiritual journey. That's what it really is. The spiritual journey is just life, no matter what stage of life you are in, no matter what phase of life you're in, no matter what you're going through, you're on the spiritual journey, whether you know it or not. Life is the spiritual journey. Life itself is the spiritual journey. And I noticed that the farther we go along, our ability to feel becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. Our ability to feel. Now, this is an incredibly powerful thing. Our ability to feel grows stronger the farther we go along our spiritual journey. Now, here's the thing though. This means that we have the ability to feel love more, we're more open to love, we're more open to freedom, we're more open to joy and blissful states of being and enlightenment and enlightened states of being, right? The farther we go, we are more open to these feelings. But just like we are open to these feelings, we also become more sensitive and more open to the dark, negative, heavy feelings as well. We become more open to things like fear, right? We become more sensitive to fears. We become more sensitive to everything around our environment. We become more sensitive to lower feelings as well. So this is why this is incredibly powerful, and it's something we need to talk about. Your ability to feel becomes stronger the farther you go along this path, the farther you go along this ascension. Your ability to feel energy in the present moment is growing stronger and stronger and stronger, and bigger and bigger and bigger, and greater and greater and greater, okay? Your ability to feel energy in the present moment. And this has a lot to do with the fact that we are going within more and connecting to the feminine energies. We, as a collective, disregarded the feminine energies. We disregarded the intuitive realm, the internal realm, the internal states of being. We disregarded this entire world. And the truth is that this is an entire world. There are dimensions within you. There are worlds within you. There's the outer world, which is the masculine type things. The sunlight, I can see. The sun is the masculine planet. It shines light on everything in this 3D realm so that we can see and so that we can do things in this world, like what I'm doing right now. This is a masculine thing. But we as a collective went too far in the masculine direction. We attached too much to the 3D realm. We started building buildings. We started building skyscrapers and roads and all these things, in the 3D realm. But now it's getting to the point where it's too much, and now nature is correcting itself. Nature is going back to the feminine, the intuitive realm, where there are worlds, there are dimensions that we have never seen before. Well, we have seen them before when we were in ancient times, when we knew everything, when we were wise and in perfect balance and harmony. Ancient Lemuria, the Indus Valley, ancient India. We knew all these things that we are now beginning to realize again. We already knew all these things, believe it or not. But we forgot, but now we're remembering again. And that's something I ask myself sometimes. How did we forget? Why did we forget? Why did we go back to a lower level of consciousness? Why did that happen? What happened? Why did we do this? And I'm starting to realize, it's just the flow of nature. Nature flows up and down. Like I always say, nature never stays the same. Change is the only constant. It's why we are progressing along a spiritual journey. We are changing along a spiritual journey. Our ability to feel is becoming stronger and stronger and stronger. And that is why we forgot. That is why we became unconscious. Because nature and this universe flows like a sine wave up and down. You look at the sine wave, it's up and down. It's a roller coaster. Just like your day-to-day life experience is quite like a roller coaster, this universe and this collective energy is quite like a roller coaster as well. It goes up and it goes down, and it goes up and it goes down. But it's truly always perfect, and something we need to remember is that it's truly always perfect, and it's truly always returning to balance and returning to equilibrium. Right? The thing to understand about our ability to feel becoming so strong on this spiritual journey, I have been feeling everything, whether it be strong feelings of love or strong feelings of guilt or strong feelings of negative energies. We're feeling everything. The truth is that we are changing back to equilibrium. We are returning back to equilibrium. Like I said, with nature, nature always wants to go back to equilibrium. If it goes up, it's going to come back down. If it goes down, it's going to come back up. Nature always wants to go to equilibrium. So this is what we must keep in mind. When we are feeling so strongly these negative emotions of fear, guilt, and shame, and we're feeling the heaviness, we're feeling down, we're not feeling good, when we're feeling these emotions, we have to remember in the moment that it's not going to stay down forever. It's going to go down and it's going to come back up. It's not going to stay down forever. I cut myself, and in the moment I was like, oh my gosh, I just cut myself. I'm going to start bleeding. And it's a pretty deep cut, dang, this sucks. But then I'm like, hey, I have a first aid kit. I'm smart. I brought a first aid kit with me on this journey. And I am going to use it. And I wrapped my thumb in gauze. I wrapped it up, taped it up, and we're all good. Now it's going to heal, right? So nature always flows back into equilibrium. If you look at the sine wave, it goes up and it goes down, but in the middle is that line of equilibrium. Always staying close to that line of equilibrium. We can't dip down below it for too long. It just wants to go back up. So with regards to feeling and these emotions, I also want to say, when we have these heavy emotions and these heavy feelings that we're feeling so strongly on this journey, and again, I said it's becoming stronger and stronger, like we are beginning to feel more and more, right? So when you're feeling these things, remember to not run away. Remember to not run away. We don't run away from feelings of love and feelings of abundance and gratitude and all these things. So why should we run away and resist from other feelings? It's all just feeling. It's all the same thing. It's all just energy within you. So my message for you is to do your best to not run from any feeling. Be open to all the feelings, because the moment you resist a feeling is the moment that we start to get confused and we start to wonder why, and we start to really stay in that lowered state for longer than we have to, right? Either way, you're going to come back up. You're going to return to more positive emotions. Either way, you're going to. But if you want to make it easier on yourself, if you want to make it a little bit easier on yourself and quicker, if you want to get out of these emotions quicker, do your best. When you're feeling these things, these heavy emotions, depression, anxiety, whatever it may be, do your best to feel it 100%. Don't run away from the feeling. Don't run away from the feeling inside of you. You wouldn't run away from a loving feeling inside of you. So why are you running away from a guilty feeling inside of you? We can't run away from the emotions, because running away from the emotions in the present moment right now, that's actually running away from yourself. You're looking for something else outside of you. But you have everything you need within yourself. So all you have to do is do your best to stay in the moment, no matter what emotion you're feeling, no matter how you're feeling on this day. Be with the emotion. Be with it in the moment. Do not run. Do not hide. Because you can't run from the present moment. You can never run away from the present moment, because it's always here. It's always here. You can never run away. You try to run away, those feelings are still going to be happening as you're distracting yourself with something outside of you. They're still going to be here. It's always here. The present moment is always here. So that's why there's really nothing to do but feel. Feel in the moment. That's all we can do. And the more we do this, the more we become comfortable with all the feelings, positive and negative, all these feelings. The more we learn to just be with everything, the farther we will go on our spiritual journey, open to more light, open to more feelings. We can hold more sunlight inside of us, inside of our DNA. It's changing. So do your best to be open to it all. Be open to all of it on this day and on every single day. And I really want to wish you all the best on your spiritual journey. I really want to wish you all the best, because it's not easy out here. Being a human is not easy. Life is not easy. You're doing better than you think. There's a mantra for you. You are doing better than you think. That is so powerful to tell yourself. I am doing better than I think. I am doing so much better than I think. Saying this to us allows us to feel in the present moment, feel comfort in the present moment, and be with some of these emotions, and again, return back up to equilibrium. So thank you all for tuning into this message. I decided to switch it up today and hold the camera with my hands. I hope you enjoy it. I actually kind of like switching things up. I like doing this. So more videos like this to come. Thank you all for being here. I also need to get a tripod. I had one. If you go back to my videos that I was filming last summer, I was doing a lot of videos like this, and I was actually walking at the same time too, which I love to do. But I had a little mini tripod thing that I was holding, and I might try to get another one of those because I think it broke. So I might try to get another one of those. But thank you all. Much love and abundance and joy and happiness and freedom and clarity to you on this day. And I want you to make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.